Ako po, I disagree na to declare actually all of us na sabing fake news peddlers. We do believe na kasi kailangan ng ebidensya para sabing fake news peddlers tayo eh. There's some politics on it. Obvious naman eh. Karamihan naman, actually lahat kami nasa Pro Duterte group. So, for me, hindi siya malinaw na fake news peddler issue. It's more on a political thing na kailangan patahimikin yung mga nasa Pro Duterte group. Yun po ang aking paningin.
Yun ba yung pananaw nyo talaga? O hindi kaya ito ay kaso din ng passing of opinion or passing of belief as fact and information? Hindi ba yun din yung maging issue? At siguro sa mas malaki yung usapin, ano ho, kung sakali kayong maging isang mambabatas, meron ba kayong ipapasang batas para ma-regulate po yung vlogging industry?
Well, on the first question, yung na-express pa sila, I will agree na balance yun kung nag-invite din sila ng same number na anti-Duterte or pro-Duterte, na yun din ang kanilang titingnan na nag-fake news. So that committee was not balanced. Yun po ang aking opinion. I hope they will not take me from that. We have a lot of money but it's just going around sa ayuda. What if yung pera na yun ilagay natin dyan?
So you're against ayuda?
Yeah.
You're a Davaoenyo and ilang beses nyo rin po na naulit pong sa ating pag-uusap ngayon na pro-Duterte po kayo. And assuming that you believe in the Oplan Tokhang po ng ating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte at that time.
Yes.
Okay, so what do you think about the EJ case being alleged to the former president?
Well, it's still alleged. We cannot discuss that he is guilty of that. Pero ako, I'll just speak on my personal experience. From Davao City ako, when I was first year high school, pinatay at ni-rape at pinatay ang aking first cousin. Hindi pa po mayor si President Duterte noon. So, kung kayo po hindi naka-experience noon, we are not on the same level. Pero kung naka-experience kayo na namatayan kayo ng relative, iba yung pananaw nyo eh. So, kami sa Davao, that was Davao City before. Maraming namatayan, maraming sinunog ang bahay, maraming ni-rape. When Duterte came in, tumahimik, naayos niya ang mga insurgency problems. That's why, sabi, pumunta ka ng Malacanang. The nation needs you. Ngayon, siyempre, with all of this politics, ginagawang mali lahat ng ginagawa niya. But the love of the people is
The reason why I asked that po kasi, sabi niyo po kayo ay, kumbaga, isa sa mga advokasya niyo ay mga karapatan ng mga bata. Pero kasama po dun sa mga reported po na namatay ay may 4 years old po na definitely, minors, di ba? Definitely, wala pong kinalaman sa droga.
Well, yun na nga. The news says 30,000. Pero nung sa ICC...
No, but we're talking about the minors.
Of
Like
course,
the 4 years old.
Of course, we have to respect the minors. That's a question that is, the answer will always be the same. Hindi ko sabihin, okay lang yung minors ma-involve.
But you support the drug war.
Yun na nga. The question is it proven? Is it proven?
But do you believe nga that there were extrajudicial killings during that time?
Well, it's not yet proven.
Pero as it is, the way it was implemented, kung ano man yung nalaman po ninyo ngayon, do you believe na dapat magpatuloy itong Oplan Tokhang exactly the way it was implemented during the Duterte administration?
Well, yung ginawa ni President Duterte tsaka ginawa ng mga pulis, hindi ko pwede kasing sabihin same yun eh. Like, pag sinabi ni President Duterte, pag naglaban, gawin nyo to. Tapos kung merong questionable na, naglaban ba yun? That's a big question. Should I blame that to President Duterte? I could blame that to nung sinabihan ng TAS. So, I'm not gonna put the President on what the police did.
So you're
But
saying
is it the
there has-
president the head?
There-
Kumbaga, regardless of how the
Commander.
president made the command, if it was a general instruction to do that, regardless of how possibly the people under him would perceive it, kung ganun yung pinagawa nila, hindi ba directly malilink mo pa rin yun sa Pangulo?
Basta ako, I agree with the camera sa kanyang mga ano. Then if it should continue, lagyan ng camera lahat.
But plus he has a lot of soundbites saying na pag naglaban, patayin
Sa
niya.
kanya nang galing.
Well,
Sa kanya po nanggaling
it's
yun.
in interview na si PRRD niya dati. Sabi niya, if I will say ikukulong kita based on the revised penal code. Yung mga addict, mga kriminal, hindi nila naintindihan. Pag sinabi kong gawin nyo yan, papatayin ko kayo. Natakot. So, ibig sabihin, he is leveling his speech to their minds. Hindi niya kayang, hindi daw effective pag sinabi niyang tatakutin kita based on the revised penal code. Ibig sabihin, strategy niya yan.
So you agree po, it should
On the
be
strategy, scaring the criminals, yes.
you agree it
you-
should be implemented exactly the same way it was
With the
implemented.
camera. With the camera.
With the yun yung parang
Body
tweak
cam.
mo.
Yes, yes. Para malaman kung totoo o hindi. Kasi nasa ano lang tayo lahat ngayon.
So kayo, bilang isang doktor, tama ba ang intindi ko, ang approach ninyo halimbawa sa pagsawata nitong problema sa droga is to operate on fear instead of rehabilitation, working on what can be changed sa pag-uugali ng mga tao kung bakit kinakailangan magdroga. Para sa inyo, takot.
Yeah.
Doktor kayo, pero takot.
I mean, Lee Kuan Yew, inalagaan ba niya ang mga kriminal? Sabi niya, pag nahuli yan at guilty yan, patayan sa akin. Lee Kuan Yew. Now, Singapore is the best city na ngayon, nation. So, ibig sabihin, for the criminals, takutin mo. Pero you have to apply the law. Hindi siya yung above the law tayo. Kaya sabi ko, lagyan ng camera para malaman natin kung nanlaban ba yun o hindi. But to say na ibibaby natin, kailangan may fear. Takot sila. Dapat hindi tayo ang takot sa polis. Ang takot ang mga kriminal sa polis. Now, you could apply psychology on that. And that's what PRRD did.